am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and I am thrilled to be here. Why are we just jumping right into things, and why don't we have any music to entertain you before, we just jump into this? Well, I'm here all alone. I'm by myself. I have nobody to run the show with me, so I'm doing it alone, but hopefully it's working. I see that we've got everything live. My connections look good, so if you're out there in internet land, let me know if you're watching. Let me know if this is alive and working, and I would love to have a chat with you. Leave your comments, leave your questions, leave your concerns, do all of that kind of stuff. So, who am I? Why am I here? What are we doing? We are Wake Up with Greg. I'm Greg, your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. I'm here every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Time to share the world's coolest instruments with you. These are instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving us a call at 417-882-7006. And I'll pick up the phone, we can chat, we can talk about it, and I can ship an awesome instrument to you today. Would love to do that. So why else are we here? Well, of course, the primary thing is to show you the cool instruments, but we're also here to share life, to have some fun, to share quirky things that I'm interested in, things that I think you might be interested in. I share music, I share films, I share inspiration, relationship advice. I don't know, I'll do whatever. You got questions, I'll answer them. We're here to just have some fun and get to know each other and share life and have a good time. So my buddy Mike is already commenting, good morning, Greg, looking and sounding great. Perfect. I love to hear that because I'm not a techie kind of guy. So, hopefully this is just all working and, God willing, we'll get through this together. So I've got my coffee. I got my good Hawaiian coffee. Thank you, Ma P. Got that working. I got some cool horns. I don't have anybody to give me cues as to what I'm doing, so I'm just going to roll with it and guess and see what happens. So I know we talk about shirts and watches and all that kind of stuff, so we'll do that first. We'll talk about this shirt. Check this thing out, man. This is like live and vibrant. I found this at a resale shop this weekend for $6. $6. It's called Premier International. Never heard of it, never seen it before. But dang, it's cool. Got the Birds of Paradise. Oh, wait, over here, Birds of Paradise. And they kind of look like fireworks. I don't know. But, man, it's cool. It's comfy. It fits. I mean, for $6, you just can't beat it, right? So, really happy about the shirt. I know my wife got a cool new skirt for super cheap as well at the same shop. She's wearing it to her school today. So, it's New Clothes Monday. How about that? And then, so that's the shirt. And then the watch. We've been talking about watches. I still need to get my new one functioning. I haven't made the band fit yet. But this is my my Citizen Echo Drive. This is one of them solar powered kind of watches. Super cool gift from my wife for our 25th wedding anniversary, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's it's one of those solar powered ones, so it's really cool. You have to charge it up in the sun. A lot of fun. So that's my my Echo Drive, my Citizen watch. Okay, so that's the shirt, the watch. What else do we have to talk about? I don't know. Let's talk about all the stuff I need you to do for me. All of the business things, right? So we've got the like buttons, we've got the subscribe buttons, the share buttons, and the bells, and all the ding-dongs and the hoo-haws. All right, so first off, hit the like button. Let us know that you're liking the show and having fun with it. And then share it. Hit the share button, share it with all your friends, family, relatives, co-workers, neighbors, pets. I don't care who you share it with, but share it with everyone you know. That way we can get out there and spread around the world. We've been having a lot of international viewers lately, which has been awesome. I haven't seen Sax Boy show up yet this morning. I'm hoping he does. My little buddy from Sweden. But we've had folks from Russia. Tatiana, I think, was from Russia. And we got folks from Nigeria, Philippines, Indonesia. It's been awesome. So, so share it. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you here in Missouri? Are you out there in California? Are you in, I don't know, Ecuador? Where might you be? Let me know where you are. We'd love to hear from you. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Steve. Good morning, brother. We had good friends visiting from Chicago this week. Had great time. We played some big shot golf and did some things. Love you, brother. Thank you for chiming in, and Erica as well. Love you guys. We had a great weekend. I hope you made it home safe. Looks like you probably did. So fantastic. Love you. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, share. What's left? Hit the bell icon so you can get notifications of when we got stuff coming out new and you know, what's happening around here. So yeah, that's all the stuff. You know, every little bit that you can do helps us to be able to provide more and better content for you. So, man, we're loving it. So just thank you for being here. I really love it and appreciate it. We're at 1,240 subscribers. We're just, you know, doing that little, it's like you're on a roller coaster, you know, going up the hill and go click, 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 click. It's kind of like that with the subscribers. And then we'll get to the top of like 2 billion subscribers. And then, you know, it's all gravy after that, right? So let's do it. I believe in you. You can do it. Let's hit that subscribe button, folks. All right, that's enough about the business stuff and the shirts and the watches and all that stuff. Let's dig into some cool instruments. And I know some of you have commented, you know, over the time about the entry song, my theme song that we start out with, and why it's so long and all of that. Well, there's a reason for that. For those of you who are questioning and don't know, it's really just kind of set up to give you guys a chance to get signed in and logged in and ready to roll, so that we're not just like jumping in and you miss half of the cool stuff we talk about. So I know it runs a little long sometimes, but man, just enjoy it, you know, hang out, listen to it. But this week we may not have it at all. Like I said, I got to talk to my buddy Jordan, wherever he is in the world today. We've got the Taylor Guitar Roadshow going on this week in our stores all throughout the area. So check out PaleyMusic.com for the details on that, or our Facebook page, or our Instagrams, or, you know, all of the other socials that we've got out there. And you can see what's going on with the Taylor Guitar Roadshow. It's going to be awesome. We're having some fun with it, and you'll be able to see some really amazing and cool guitars. Okay, I feel like I've just been rambling. Let's talk about instruments, shall we? I'm going to start out with one very cool clarinet. Check out this case. Woo! That's like a luxury case. This is LeBlanc. This is the LeBlanc Serenade clarinet. One of my favorites. I've always been a personal fan. The Serenade 2. I've always been a personal fan of. Ooh, I don't have that put together all the way. All right, there we got it. All right. So the LeBlanc Serenade 2. I've been a big fan of LeBlanc clarinets for decades. Just absolutely love this one. This is one of their newer models. Professional grade horn. This is the Serenade 2. We've got a beautiful unstained grenadilla wood. You can see the gorgeous grain on the bell of that horn. Good Lord, look at that. She's pretty. Got all that really nice. It's all just looks like liquid chocolate. I love it. So you got the cool LeBlanc logo there. Really cool rings, the tenon rings around the bell and the barrel and the center joint there. Just smooth and elegant. I love it, as well as the ring on the bell. You know, you got that. So what else do we have on here? Very just nicely ergonomically designed keys. We've got triple silver plating on these to give it a really bright and durable finish. Elegant finish, I would say. We have the extended brace on your lower stack keys there, which gives it a bit more rigidity, helps it stay in regulation better. You know, nicely ergonomically designed keys there. We've got the LeBlanc 2 Serenade 2 logo there on the back. Kind of a contoured register key. Of course, the adjustable thumb hook and strap ring, which is a relatively new thing on clarinets these days. My clarinet's the old school. We didn't have the strap ring or an adjustable hook. We just got to play with it the way it is. Of course, you can swap those out now, but all the modern clarinets, professional ones, seem to have that that adjustable hook. You know what? I'm looking at these. I'm not sure that these are not like inlaid logos and stuff. I can't really tell. It looks like it's a silver, like a filigree inlay. It's really beautiful and elegant clarinet. So this is the LeBlanc Serenade 2. Undercut tone holes, of course, polycylindrical bore. This is a great professional horn. Also for an advancing student, you know, high school, college student. Great graduation gift. This is the month of May. School's out in about 3 weeks, right? I think for most people. Some people extend into June, but, you know, we've got a lot of that coming up. So, Happy graduation to you all. Let's get some new horns in your hands so you can start out the next year with an amazing instrument. So this is the LeBlanc Serenade 2 Pro Clarinet live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving us a call at 417-882-7006. You're going to see me moving on and off the screen here a bit because I don't have any assistance today, so I'm just having to grab stuff as I can get to it. So stick with me, folks. We're doing this together. We're having fun, right? Loving it. Oh, I got a haircut. Woo! Looking all spiffy today. LK, greetings. Finland, are you kidding me? This is fantastic. LK from Finland, thank you for being here. I already love you. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're here, and I love you, and I'm just thrilled to have international viewers. It seems we're getting more international viewers than local folks. I'm okay with that. I love it. Let us know what you're into, LK. Are you a musician? Do you play musical instruments of any kind? I'm glad that you're here. I assume that you are, since you're here. So got the hearts going. Gosh, I love it. All right. So we've talked about our first instrument, the clarinet. I've got a couple more to show you, so stick with me. But now is the time in the show when I like to share some music with you. So I had a great experience last night. We watched a fantastic documentary called Herb Alpert Is. Okay, it's on. It's streaming on like Freevee and Peacock and a few of the other streaming services. But if you don't know who Herb Alpert is, I mean, here we go. Herb Alpert. Here's a close-up shot of him. Look at that, just dashing young man right there with the horn. We got the trumpet in a field of flowers. So Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. Okay, legendary group. You know, came to fame in the '60s. Popular in the 70s, but remained relevant through the 80s, 90s, and today. I mean, Herb Alpert is now like 89 years old and still out there gigging and playing and creating new music for us to love and enjoy. This is just one of his great albums. The documentary has a lot of great artists on it talking about the kind of person that Herb Alpert is. Definitely an artist, a gentleman, a man of integrity, one of the nicest guys in the world. I learned so much about him and just re-established why I love him so much. Because his music is, you can't listen to Herb Alpert and be sad. It's just one of those kinds of music that makes you feel good inside. So this is just one of the albums in particular. The song that I'm going to suggest for you and put on the playlist, on the Spotify playlist, Wake Up with Greg. Check it out if you can find it on Spotify. Is the song A Taste of Honey. Now, it is not from this album. I'll recommend a song off of this one too, and maybe I'll just add them both, who knows. But A Taste of Honey is an iconic record, and one of the most famous album covers in history. But since this is a family show, you know, I didn't want to offend anybody or get anybody upset, but you've seen it, you know what it is. It's the girl that's, you know, sitting and she's covered in whipped cream and whatnot. The album is called Whipped Cream and Other Delights. I mean, it's a beautiful album cover, but, you know, like I said, family show, don't want to, you know, embarrass or offend anyone. So, but the music is not offensive at all. It is beautiful. It is fun. A Taste of Honey is a fantastic song. You've probably heard it at some point in your life without realizing who it is or what it is, but so we're going to add that one to the playlist. And then from this particular album, this album is The Beat of the Brass, so the brass being Tijuana Brass. And the reason I'm even talking about Herb Alpert today is yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. For those of you not in the know as to what Cinco de Mayo is, the 5th of May. It's the Mexican independence holiday, if I'm getting this right. And I believe it's independence from France, which kind of surprised me. I thought it was like independence from Spain. But what do I know? I'm not a historian. But anyway, you know, everybody has, you know, cerveza and tacos and mariachi music, and it's all kinds of fun. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. So these guys, they're not Mexican, but highly influenced by the Mexican sound and culture. Herb Alpert spent some time in Tijuana, going to a bullfight, listening to the sounds of the people, the sounds of the music, the sounds of the country, and came back to the States just energized and full of vibrant life and music. And he created this group, the Tijuana Brass, very heavily influenced by the mariachi sound, but it's not mariachi music by any stretch of the imagination, but it's influenced by it. So you've got just this pure trumpet tone, a lot of fun. You may be familiar, the folks in my generation, and certainly the boomers and before us, remember the Dating Game from the 60s and 70s. The theme song to that show was a Herb Alpert song. And there have been many, many throughout the decades, and he's just a legend. He created, with his partner Jerry Moss, the A&M Records, which you can see, I think it's right there. Does that say A&M Records there? Maybe it's that corner. I don't know. It's, yeah, it's that corner right there. A&M Records. A for Alpert, M for Moss. Signed some of the greatest artists of all time, the Sting and the Police, the Carpenters, Carole King, dozens and dozens of others. I could spend all day talking about all of the A&M artists out there. But legendary producer, artist, performer, philanthropist. This guy has donated millions, like $150 million to the arts in forms of reviving and what is it, the Harlem School of the Arts, I think, in back in New York, that was going under, and he saved it from extinction and brought it back. And he's, I think he's got his own music school at Cal Arts in California. Guy is a legend. So listen to the music, love it, live it, learn it. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. You will thank me. And if you don't thank me, you should, because it's awesome. All right. And check out the documentary. The guy is fantastic. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. The documentary is Herb Alpert Is. He's an icon. That's what he is. All right. So let's dig into another horn, shall we? Enough about the music. Anybody else out there? We got Mike. We got my brother Steve. I love you. We got LK from Finland. Anybody else got any comments, any questions, anything you want to know about, anything you want to see, any questions about the horns? So next up, we've got, oh, it's upside down. Here we go. We have an Edwards. If I get that in the screen there, I'm trying to just bounce all over the place. We have an Edwards trumpet here. Edwards, one of the great American-made brands here. I think it's kind of like the upper end of the, is it Getson, maybe? I don't know, don't quote me. Forgive me if I got that wrong. But what we have here is the Getson. I'm already messing it up, guys. Come on. It's Monday. Got to get my brain working. 17 there. X17 makes you think like it's a experimental, like Air Force plane or something, from something from NASA, the X17. But this is a great all-around horn. 459 medium large bore. We've got a one-piece hand-hammered yellow brass 22 gauge bell. All right. Check that out. I think it's like a 4 7/8 bell, something like that, 4.8. Beautiful Edwards logo and engraving on the bell there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to highlight it, skylight it in the light there, get all the angles so you can see the prettiness that is on there. All right. So what else do we have? We've got heavyweight top and bottom valve caps for added resonance. We have nickel silver pistons as opposed to the Monel pistons, which is kind of different. Usually you hear about Monel, but the nickel silver pistons are super nice and smooth. This is a great all-around horn. You've got beautiful mother of pearl key touches in there. You can use this for jazz, pop, rock, classical, you name it, you can rock it with this horn. This is the Edwards X17, live on our website right now at palinmusic.com, or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. We've got the, is this a reverse lead? It is not. This is a traditional lead on this. Third slide ring, first slide hook. We got a third slide stop lock. A little button on the slide there, just for fun, for grins, who knows. But yeah, check this one out, guys. This is a really killer horn. This is the Edwards X17. Comes in this really nice modular case. You can get it with or without the case from us. Edwards ships them without the case, but we made the case available as well. So that's the Edwards X17 Pro Trumpet. Come on down and check her out at palinmusic.com. All right, we're going to set that one aside. And we've got one more for you. So hang tight. We'll show that to you in a minute. But this is the time in the show when I talk about something cool or something I'm interested in that I think you might be interested in. If you've been watching over the past week, I've been sharing a lot of movies, films, documentaries that are either about music or straight up musicals in and of themselves, or have amazing soundtracks or amazing scores. So the sky's the limit on what we can be talking about here, but I kind of mentioned this one a little bit last week, and I certainly wanted to touch on it again and, you know, give it its props. One of the most iconic movie musicals of all time, starring the legendary Julie Andrews. We talked about Mary Poppins last week, but this is the one, The Sound of Music. Yeah, The Sound of Music. This is just an absolutely beautiful film. Talking about it's kind of based on a true story of the Von Trapp family and Maria Von Trapp. She plays Maria Von Trapp in this film. And of course, you know, the dancing on the grassy knoll, you know, the hills are alive with the sound of music. The music in this is phenomenal. Do, re, mi, you know, Edelweiss, all the great ones. Christopher Plummer is a phenomenal in this. One of the most iconic films of all time. Certainly iconic movie musicals of all time. The Sound of Music. If you haven't seen it yet, if you are, you know, 100 years old or, you know, 10 years old, you need to see this movie. It's G-rated, so anybody and everybody can watch it. You can watch it with anybody you want, anytime you want. It's just so beautiful. The cinematography is awesome. The story of this family of children that are all musically gifted, and you know, with a kind of a dictator type father, and they, you know, they're escaping from the oppression during the war, I think. I mean, I don't remember the whole like fine details of the story. It's been a while since I've watched it. I need to review it once again myself, but you guys need to check this one out. It's one of the, I've said it enough. It's an icon. Just watch it. The Sound of Music, starring Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews did this project in lieu of doing My Fair Lady. She starred on Broadway as Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady, and, you know, was amazing. And then when they did the movie version, they gave the role to Audrey Hepburn, who is also amazing. Not quite the vocal talent that Julie Andrews is. And Julie Andrews was like, well, all right, well, I'll do something else. And so she got The Sound of Music, which was an even bigger hit than My Fair Lady was. And then she went on to do Mary Poppins, and I mean, the rest is history, guys. She's a legend. And, you know, sadly, in later years, she had some throat surgery that just messed up her vocal cords, and I don't know if she's ever completely recovered and is able to sing now, but I know for a long time she was not able to sing at all, which is tragic. The world lost a major joy in that. So hopefully she can come back. Yeah, my buddy Steve says, great movie. Of course, it's a great movie. I agree with you, Steve. All right, so that is my cool thing for the day, my quirk, my thing I'm interested in that I think you would love. So make sure that you check that one out, The Sound of Music, starring Julie Andrews. I'm going to get some more coffee. My throat's a little dry. I've been talking a lot already. Woohoo! It's kind of weird being here all alone. I'm not having anybody to bounce stuff off of. So that's why I need you guys out there to chat with me. I'm all alone here in the studio. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. All right. One more horn. Let's dig into one final killer instrument. I'm going to put these fancy gloves back on. I got a new pair today. So we got some fancy white gloves. If you buy a horn today, I will autograph a pair of these gloves and send them to you. You know, I don't know if that's an incentive or, you know, what, but I got to get up for this one because this is a big dog. Roarg! Okay. Yeah, we got ourselves a trombone. That's right. We do trombones, clarinets, trumpets, trombones. saxophones, French horns, you name it, we'll do it. All right, what have we got going on right here? This is a Getzen. Let me get this right. This is the model 3047 AFR. So we got A for axial flow. We've got F because it's an F attachment horn. And then we've got R for the rose brass bell. So let's show you what we got. Woo! Man, I need more screen to be able to show the giantness of this horn. All right, so what do we have here? We've got a large bore. This is a 547 bore. This does come with 3 interchangeable lead pipes. What those lead pipes do is just give you a more customizable feel to the horn, whether you like more or less resistance or warmer, darker tone. You get a lot of variety with that, so you can swap those out. I'll show you on the slide here in a moment. But what do we have here? We have an 8.5-inch red brass bell. Look at that, red brass. So what's red brass? You got yellow brass, red brass, gold brass. Basically, all of those determiners are based on the amount of copper in the brass. So brass is copper and tin, or is it copper and zinc? I get brass and bronze mixed up. I think brass is copper and tin. No, copper and zinc. Somebody help me out here. Anyway, it's just based on the amount of copper that's in the horn, and the amount of copper will determine the warmth or darkness of the color of the sound. And so you're going to get a really nice rich tone with a red brass, which has a higher copper content, than you will with a yellow brass. Yellow brass is going to be a bit brighter because it's got less copper in it. But these are fully modular horns. I don't know if you can see. You've got the these screw here attachments, so you can remove the bell. You can swap out the bell on this. You can swap out the slides. You can swap out the rotor mechanism. Fully customizable professional grade horn. This is the axial flow valve or rotor, which, let me see if I can get that on the screen there to show you. Very smooth, nice action. So what we have here, instead of a cylinder, we have a, I can't make a cone shape. We have a cone shape. And what this does actually is it gives you more of a direct flow through the tuning slides here, which axial flow, it just makes it a much more inline. So it's less resistant. It's a freer blowing feeling horn. Now, some people prefer a freer blowing horn. Some people like a more resistant horn. Max, it is zinc. See, I was right. It's copper and zinc. I'm trying to get it together here, folks. All right, copper and zinc. And so then bronze is brass and, not brass, copper and tin. I'll get it right one of these days. Not a lot of, fanciness on this horn. There's no real fancy engraving. You do have the logo there, the Getzen logo. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get the angle right in the light to see. We've got the Getzen. So this is the Getzen 3047 AFR custom series. So custom, you can customize it. Let me show you the slide here real quick. So here's the slide. If I put it together, we're just not going to fit on the screen at all. So we're just going to keep it like this. Very smooth action, chromed nickel silver inner slide. It's like butter, folks. It's just super, super smooth. Yellow brass outside. We got the nickel silver fitments on the top, plus the nickel silver crook on the end of the hand slide. Traditional water key, nothing fancy there. And then the tunings, or the lead pipes that I was talking about. We'll see if this is like really locked in here. I'm not going to be able to get this out without a tool. So anyway, tried to not smash it into things. But right here, this is the lead pipe. And it's a pipe that runs into the the upper tube of the hand slide. And this is where your mouthpiece goes in, of course. I don't know if the mouthpiece is in here, but it's all boxed up. Really nice mouthpiece. It's a Griego mouthpiece, I believe, that comes with this guy. So really high-end custom mouthpiece. Look at that, Griego. It's kind of like my name in a different language, right? Griego. All right. Anyway, so that's the mouthpiece. Goes in there. The tuning slide. So this untwists, and you can pull that out and then swap them out. Come in different lengths and different metals, which give you, like I said, just a very customizable feel to the horn. And really, it is more about the feel than the sound, but it does contribute to the sound as well. So let's check out, man, this box looks like it's made out of wood. Look at this mouthpiece. Isn't that cool? It's kind of fancy, right? This is a Griego. Does it have a number on it? CS5. All right. So for those of you in the trombone mouthpiece world are knowledgeable about that, really nice. Yeah, all right. CS5, there we go, CS5. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, so this is the, as I was saying, the Getzen 3047 AFR Custom Series Professional Trombone. Hey, Max, I just realized Max is the one commenting. It's Max's birthday today, guys. He's off today and tomorrow, celebrating his life. I mean, God bless you, Max. Happy birthday, brother. Happy to see you on the show. And yeah, so, all right, so that's horn number 3. Getzen AFR, Getzen 3047 AFR Custom Series Pro Trombone, live on our website at palinmusic.com. Or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. And yeah, so that's the last horn. I'm going to take off my fancy gloves. It's a little bit warm in here today. It's been a kind of a on and off rainy weekend. So I think we're going to get a little warm at the beginning of the week, and it's supposed to cool down a little bit and get some more nice spring weather. Oh, tomorrow is Max's birthday. Well, I wish you a birthday tomorrow too. How about that? All right. Love you, brother. Glad you're having a good time off. Enjoy it. And, you know, don't think about us while you're there, you know, because you're on vacation, right? So you don't want to be thinking about work. We'll do the thinking for you. All right. So that's the bit. That's all the stuff. My finale piece that I do here is a little bit of an inspiration. And I actually grabbed this inspiration from the documentary we watched last night about Herb Alpert. Herb Alpert is. And this is a direct quote from Herb Alpert himself. And a quote about music. And in relation to music, Herb Alpert says, "I don't think people listen with their ears. I think they listen with their souls." And we're not talking about the soles of your feet, folks. We're talking about your soul inside your heart, your inner being, your soul. That's where music lives, folks. It lives in your soul. So get out there and share music with others. Create some music yourself. Be an original. Do something that's all you, and you know, don't just be a carbon copy of somebody that's already doing it. And that's what Herb Alpert was. He's an original and has maintained his originality throughout. He didn't want to be or sound like anybody else. Miles Davis said about Herb Alpert, "You can know it's Herb Alpert in 3 notes." I mean, that's a compliment, right? It's, I suppose you could look at it the other way. I don't know, but I look at it as a compliment. Herb Alpert, one more time. I don't think people listen with their ears. I think they listen with their souls. All right, folks, that's the show for today. I am thankful you're here. LK from Finland, my brother Steve from up in the Chicagoland area, Mike and Max, love all you guys. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to leave you with this parting thought. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow right here at 8:30. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I don't know how to turn this off. I'll figure it out. Stick with me, folks. We're here. Turn this off. How do we make it stop? Oh, I just hit the X there. There we go. Yes.